you want to take a lap?
Do you know what I mean? Take a lap around the club?
Yeah.
Or what? Oh, okay.
Wait, do you do that?
No.
You don't take a lap? Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of BULGOGI Pod. I'm Hannah, and today we're joined by one of my biffles. We've been friends for like, what, 10 plus years?
10 plus, yeah.
So this is SHIM. He's probably very popular in the South Bay community,
I don't know about
OC
all that.
community, LA community.
I don't know about all that.
Yep. No, I don't think so. I think so. I think you got like ultimate Riz out of all my guy friends.
I don't know about all that. I don't know where she's getting all this information from, but okay.
What you mean?
All right.
And so today we're just going to talk a little bit about dating in real life, maybe a little bit online, and mostly just how to approach people. So I guess to just start things off, I think you're one of my few friends who like will see somebody out, like when we go to a club, bar, whatever, and like actually approach. Is that correct?
Sometimes.
Yeah. If someone is like,
well, it's like harder when they're in a group,
okay,
or like, it's like, but if they're kind of like wandered off and you see them alone, then that's when it kind of gets easier. Let's
say you like see a girl and you're like, oh, she's cute.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like in a big group. Will you just not approach? Like, how do you get her to like, you know what I mean?
I mean, you just kind of observe what's happening throughout the night, But when they're in a big ass group, no, that's kind of harder to approach, because like you approach them and then all the other friends would kind of look over, and then it's like, oh shit. Like,
let me not do this in front of everyone.
Yeah. Obviously, like, you can approach them in the group, but it's like,
right,
definitely a little bit more different.
I totally feel that. I feel like if I see somebody, I'm like, oh, they're cute or whatever, like I will not approach at all, because like I get really shy. But I do find myself being like, to maybe one girlfriend being like, you want to take a lap?
Do you know what I mean? Take a lap around the club?
Yeah.
Or what? Oh, okay.
Wait, do you do that?
No.
You don't take a lap? No. Wait, even yesterday we were out and like I grabbed Priscilla and I was like, should we take a lap? Do you want to take a lap with me?
Take a lap to what? Like observe the people around?
Yeah,
okay.
just, kind of.
No, I don't take laps.
Wait, is that just a me thing?
No, I know some people that do laps, but no. Interesting. I did not even see you take a lap, but okay.
Well, okay, we got like caught up, so we didn't actually finish the lap, but we did like a half lap, around the bar.
Half a mile.
Yeah. Wait, that's so funny. And so, you did say like you approach people like, maybe if they're, a little bit off, a little bit separated from their friends and whatnot. But I guess like, right, it takes a certain level of confidence, right, to be able to do that.
Well, one thing, it was your birthday this past, your past birthday. And then she was part of your group, but she wasn't from California or Los Angeles. If you remember those friends.
I do remember.
Yeah, so I wasn't going to approach them because it was like I just came and then I saw them. I thought one of them was cute. Yeah. And then later on throughout the night, they were leaving, but they were saying bye to you. And I was like, but it was just you and then two other friends, and one of the girls was the one that I thought was cute. Right. So I was like, all right, this is the opportunity. Because you guys were talking, I was like, I just came up to you guys, like, hey, I didn't meet you yet. Like, my name is Luke.
Oh,
remember that?
Yeah, I do.
So I was like, hey, my name is Luke, blah, 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 and then introduced myself, and that's kind of all I wanted to do. I didn't really want to do anything else. Right. I just get my face there and then my name there, and then that's it. It's kind of like walking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And so do you not use pickup lines?
No, I just kind of just like approach him as a normal conversation. Like, obviously if I see some shoes that I like, or, I like the pants they're wearing or the shirt or whatever, it's like compliment them first on it. And then pickup lines, I don't know. It's like, I feel like it's a hit or miss. I don't have any good pickup lines. To be honest, I'm not like really. Yeah, it's just like conversation. Start the conversation. That's how I started.
Because I'm trying to recall in my experience, there has literally never been a time where a pickup line has worked. Because I'm like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, so that's why I don't really approach it like that with the pickup line, because it feels weird to me, to be honest. If I come up to a girl like, hey, I don't even know.
I don't even know what
Yeah, I don't know what I'll say. So it's like anything around the environment or, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, I do think like I will like kind of make comments here and there if just to gauge interest. And so I guess like how would you feel if I like went up to you and I was like, oh, like I like your outfit? Like, do you think that it's enough to be like, oh, maybe this girl is
I think
interested?
so. I mean, who knows though? It's like whether I think that you're interested or not, it's like a compliment, and then it goes from there. It's like, oh, thank you. Like maybe like if I look at your outfit, oh, I like yours too, and then the conversation starts and then it goes. Yeah,
I guess like in terms of like shooting your shot, like how have you like kind of like built the confidence to do that? Because I feel like recently I've really been thinking about how I'm so nervous as soon as I'm like, oh, I think I'm interested in someone, or even if it's just like the simple like, oh, they're kind of cute, or like I like their outfit. And so how have you like built the confidence to do that?
Well, for me, it's like I think working in healthcare also plays a part, because I also deal with patients every 30 minutes or every hour, whatever. It's like just building the social skills. I have to meet different types of people every day. And then it's like, obviously that's different from talking to a girl, but it's talking to people. I kind of treat it as like, if I think a girl is cute, obviously there's nerves into it, but it's like, I kind of treat it as like a normal conversation. Like, if I think they're cute, then it's like, oh, okay, like, hi, like, what's your name? My name is Luke, and blah, 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 just go from there. Because,
yeah, I don't know, something about like, I guess like admitting to myself that like I'm interested in someone immediately makes it so that like I'm like in my head and like, you know, when you're like thinking about what you're saying or like thinking about how you're like coming off.
Right. Well, I think you gotta think of it as like, are you ever gonna see this person again though? Like, kind of just approach it in that way. Like, okay, like if it goes a way where they're gonna be like, oh, thank you, and then walk away, it's like, who cares at the end of the day, right? It's like, yeah, your feelings might get hurt, but it's like, can't really dwell on that, because it's like, whatever. It's just, you're just another guy that I gave you a compliment to, or girl that I gave you a compliment to, and you get shot down. Okay, on to the next. And then your life goes on. Like, you can't just dwell on it and be like, okay, just really be shot down and get you in the mood where you don't need to. Like, so.
Yeah, that's true. I do think like maybe, I don't think I like have dealt with a lot of like rejection simply because I like don't put myself out there enough. And I think it's because I'm like scared of it, you know? Like my head never goes to, oh, I'm never going to see this person again.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
It's easier to think about it that way, or like approach someone if you think about it that way.
Right.
Because I think I've just gotten so accustomed to approaching people like that. It's like, I always think like, okay, if I get rejected, who cares? Like my life goes on and I'm not going to see them ever again. But LA is so small, or it's big, but
it's really small.
So if I see them again, okay. Who knows? Maybe the next time you meet them, they probably already have it in their head like, oh, this person, you know, approached me and gave me a compliment.
Right.
But then the next time you see them, don't even fucking stare their way.
Like you already know the answer.
You already know. So it's like, okay.
Right.
Just do your own thing, and then maybe they're going to see you the next time like, why hasn't he or why hasn't she looked over and said anything?
Oh.
It's like you kind of got your face there in their head, or you kind of got the compliment in. Right. But the next time you do see them, it's like steer away.
Right. And like see if
maybe that'll tug a little bit, but whatever. It doesn't matter. So it's like,
it
can go left or right. So.
Okay. I like that mentality. I feel like I don't do that. I feel like I'm like, oh, one rejection, like my heart can't handle it.
I think it's just how you view things. So.
Yeah. And so I guess from a guy's perspective, like I'm always very like curious as to if you're okay with the girl approaching, or if you're kind of like,
100%.
Yeah?
Yeah. What the heck?
Okay,
I think if you ask any guy if they would like a girl approaching or starting it off, they'll 100% agree.
Really?
Yeah, it's like guys always have to approach, and that's the thing with, you know, society these days, or for the longest time. Yeah. It's like the guys approach, the guys, you know, do this and that, you know, passenger princess, whatever, you know. It's like
me.
So it's like, yeah, for the first time, if a girl approaches first, I think that would make the guy feel like, oh shoot, like super flattered. Or
I guess like, right, I have a little bit of that mindset of like passenger princess, like I want the
that's
guy,
okay, like I mean,
right, to like take initiative, and so like I don't want it to like start out like that, you know. But I do think I've been hearing like more and more. It's just like kind of a relief to you guys
For
the girl to approach first.
oh, dude, yeah.
Because
we always have this pressure, right? Like it's like guys always have the pressure to think about, damn, how should I approach this girl, and what should I say right off the bat or whatever, right? But then let's say like a guy's just waiting for a drink at the bar or something, and the girl taps his shoulder like, hey, I like your outfit, or I think you're cute. Yeah, he's gonna think like in the back of his head like, oh man, okay, I like this.
Okay.
Because it's like girls, like you're the ones that get the tap on the shoulder, or like, hey, like I think you're cute.
Right.
But guys never get that right off the bat.
Right.
So it's like, if you do that, then yeah, you're already in his head.
Okay, maybe I just I really need to be more bold, I think. I like that like perspective shift. Hopefully the next time we're out, I'll build confidence.
Take a lap and then find someone. Okay.
Yeah. And so I guess in terms of like that stuff, do you believe in like wingmanning or like wingwomaning?
100%. Because when I was 21, like when I first turned 21, I went to my first little club, Lion.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I did not know how to approach a girl or talk to a girl, to be honest. And then I got wingman by some dude. I don't even remember. He wasn't even my friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was my friend's friend, and then wingman me, and then that's how I got into it. Or I got talking to a girl, and then swindled me for a drink, and then bounced. So.
Oh my gosh.
Shake my head.
Wait, this reminds me of a time where I was out at General Lee's. Some guy was like, oh, like, let me buy you guys drinks. And then, so we like went to the bar, he bought us drinks, whatever, hung out with them for like 30 minutes. And then I was like, I'm not that interested. Should we go dance now? And so we kind of like dipped. And then later in the night, he got mad.
He approached you guys again and got mad?
So he approached us and he literally like booed me at the club.
Wow.
And so from a guy's perspective, if you buy a girl a drink, she hangs out for a little bit. Like, do you think that there's an obligation for the girl to like stick around after buying her a drink?
No, obviously not. Because if you're not interested, then yeah, you can just walk away. It's like you're not obligated to do anything. But then from a guy's perspective, obviously, it kind of hurts because like, damn, like drinks ain't that cheap, but it's like, but I mean, what can you do at the end of the day? Like, I wasn't, like, that guy's an asshole. Why are you going to approach the girl again and be like,
yeah.
For me, it was like, okay.
Like, I'm a little butthurt, but
it is what it is. Like, what can I do?
Yeah. Okay. Because, I mean, like, I get that too. It's like, yeah, you spent money on this drink, but I don't know. To me, I'm kind of like, if there was like not like it was. If
there's not a connection, then yeah, it's like, what can you do? You're not going to stick around and fake everything. Like,
right. Because also, I think in terms of that, it's like, okay, I don't want to like lead you on if I'm not looking for anything.
Facts,
you know, everyone's busy. Yeah. Like, we're busy. And so like, if I'm overthinking about it after the fact, or like it stops me from approaching people like the next time, it's like, I don't have time to do that. So like, right, we're kind of just like forced to like move on.
Yeah, 100%. It's like, why would you dwell on it? It's like, there's also the next time you go out, there's a next chance.
Right.
So if you keep thinking about it throughout the week, then why are you letting that bring you down? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Like, they just have bad taste.
Yeah.
If I get rejected,
that's facts.
You have bad taste.
That's confidence. Like the factors that go into confidence is how you feel internally and how you feel externally. Like, if you're dressing the way that you like and you feel good about it, then that's part of confidence. And then, internally, like, I feel like just doing the things that make you happy, whether it's going to the gym, or for me, it was like going hiking, and then I go hiking without music, and I'm just like, yeah.
Oh, really?
No music, no nothing. I just go natural. And then one time I went to Malibu and like hiked 7 miles by myself. I drove to Malibu, hiked 7 miles, and drove back. That's something that I kind of like to do, cause just get in your thoughts or think about, just everything. And that helped me internally. And then thrifting, stuff like that, external stuff like
Fit's been on point.
Fits, like just find the stuff that you like and like make you feel like you look good or whatever. Like, you know, people tell me you dress like an old man, blah blah. I'm like, okay, like I like the way I dress, so it's okay. It is what it is. You can't really think about what other people think. They have their own opinions about it, then whatever.
Yeah. That's facts. I do think, like, right, as superficial as like your outfit is and whatnot, it's oftentimes like it's the first impression you're giving off, like that in your face, maybe.
Okay, of course.
And so like I do think, like, on the nights where I'm like not feeling great, like externally, or like let's say I was like rushed for time, like didn't properly like do my hair, my makeup, or something like that, it's inevitably gonna affect my internal. And so I have found, like, okay, like I put on a good outfit,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Every time you look good in the mirror and you feel like you look good in the mirror, then yeah, that makes you feel good on the inside. So everything, I feel like, it's like plays a factor in how you feel. I always go out, and if I think I look good, I'm gonna be confident.
Yeah.
Like if I go out and we go out to the club, I like dancing it as it is, but then if I know that I look good,
right. Oh yeah, double whammy. Game over.
It's like, come on, yeah.
Yeah. I also think, like, right, what you said about like building confidence internally, you being able to find something where you're able to like think about your thoughts like freely, right? Like 7 hours of like
7 miles.
Sorry.
I'm not hiking for 7 hours. Maybe, but maybe one day.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Each mile does not take you an hour.
Damn, you were walking like a turtle.
Hella slow. But like, yeah, having like different ways of kind of like just like decompressing, like giving yourself time to like think about like your life, like what you need to work on, or even just like past events, I think is always like good.
That's needed.
Yeah.
Like, different ways that you can kind of just find. For me, like it was like going to the beach. I posted up with like a lawn chair or whatever that's called.
Yeah.
And I just read for a couple hours, and then had a journal in my bag. I never journaled or anything like that. And then pulled out a journal, started journaling my thoughts and stuff like that. Just random things that you might think that could have been cheesy before in your life. Try it. You never know, right? So it's like, for me, it's like before, like I thought journaling was just, you know, something, why would I do that? Why would I need to? Or like post up at the beach and just chill by yourself, journal, whatever. Like, and I tried it, and that's, you know, it's like, yeah, it kind of helps. So it's like, you just try it.
Yeah.
So you never know until you try it again. So.
Yeah, that's true. I do feel like, I don't know, as I get older, it's like, oh, everything I thought was corny before, everything that I thought was like kind of like woo-woo and all of that, like I'm like, oh, there's like a reason people talk about that 100%. Shit so much.
Yeah.
At least for me, like being able to just process. Yeah. Because like even like learning about like how you best process, I think has like been a game changer for me. Because before, like, I didn't have an outlet. You know, I held like a lot of things in, but now that I've been able to just kind of get things down on paper, or like even like, I'll take my like self vlogs. Like I will literally record myself just like talking to myself, and it just like brings clarity. Right. You know?
That's different outlets of, you know, therapeutic outlets.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah. Don't think it's corny.
Why
don't
not?
Think it's corny, y'all. Okay. I like sent you a TikTok. And I like need your opinion on it because I've always been curious about this. But okay, so this guy on TikTok, I'll insert it. He goes,
first interaction that a guy has with a girl, they will for sure know if they are attracted to them or not, or if like they want to date them or whatever their intentions are. Your mind just starts thinking of scenarios with them, whether it be like relationship scenarios or just like one night stand scenarios, whatever it is, a guy knows off rip.
Guys know within the first 15 seconds. Like,
I don't know about 15 seconds. That's pretty damn short. But it's like, it's like the 15 seconds is like you see him and that you automatically think, no, like, no. It's like, of course, 15 seconds is, I feel like it's just appearance wise, if you're attracted to him or not. But I think within the first maybe 10 minutes.
I think for me, I can like tell if I'm like attracted to someone purely physical.
Yeah, 15 seconds is purely physical.
Oh yeah. But like in terms of like relationship, like long term or short term, I think you can grow on me. You know?
100%. That's why it takes more than 15 seconds. So you give that first 5, 10, or maybe like 15, just half the night, whatever. It's like you kind of go along with it. Maybe like the 15 seconds you see like, oh, maybe they're not what I think they look like. Or, but then you keep going on throughout the night and then you say, oh, they're really cool. It's like, you vibe, and then that's different. So
yeah.
obviously physical attraction comes first, right? But then it's like there's a difference between physical and then like the vibes that you have with someone, or like the connection that you have with someone. I think that's different. So
like going off of that, I've also heard guys specifically will always go back to whether or not they were physically attracted at the beginning. AKA, like, let's say a guy wasn't physically attracted
at first,
okay,
okay,
and then got to know her, got into a relationship, have been dating for however long, but they say that it will always end if they weren't physically attracted at the very beginning. What do you think?
Maybe it's true. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But personally, I don't think. No, I don't. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I don't know about some guys. But yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah, because I mean, like I assume.
Because why get into They must have thought there was a connection then if they got into a relationship. If they weren't physically attracted.
Right. Like what? Like what was the reason?
Yeah. What was the reason? Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they just desperate, or I don't know? Who knows? Like I don't know. Like they probably just jumped in, and then I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, I do think that's a tough one. Also, like, I assume from your experience, like, you were physically attracted.
Oh yeah, of course.
So like, yeah.
It's not all about physical attraction. Like you can be physically attracted to someone, and then if there's no connection, it's like that's where you cut off. Though you go on these dates, and then you're physically attracted. That's why you go on these dates, and by the third or fourth date, like, you kind of see that there's no really connection, or there is a connection, but you don't see it going long term. So cut off. Like it's hard. It's a hard thing to do. But yeah, it's like you gotta learn how to do it. Oh yeah. And that's what I had to go through, to be honest. And then like cut her off, and it's like, damn, I kind of feel bad, but it's like, what can you do? It's like, if I keep going, then you're gonna lead someone on. So it's like,
right. Like it's so much worse when like it's just like, just tell me. Like I would so much rather you cut it off early rather than like feel bad for me. And like that's the reason you kept it going.
That's right. That's where I had the dilemma of like, damn, do I keep it going or do I just like cut it off now?
Right.
I would cut it off now because like if things are just gonna get worse if I keep going. Like
yeah, because I think that's when like whoever like wasn't really in it, like they get confused because. Right, the more time you spend with somebody, the more
feelings that they're gonna have for you, and then I feel like that would have been hard. That's where I saw it going.
Yeah. But you cut it off. I remember when you FaceTimed the girls. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think like that's why it's important to have like, you know, a big community of people where you're like, okay, what do I do?
Because I didn't know, like, because it's tough, like, because you see that they're a good person, like they're really cool, and then I didn't want to hurt their feelings. Yeah. So it's like, damn, how do I go about this? Because for me, I knew that she liked me more than I liked her. Yeah, let me call the girls and ask them, how should I approach this situation? Right. So it's like, okay.
Yeah. And so in those situations where you realize like this isn't your person, like you don't see this going further, like how do you cut it off? How did you do it?
I just told her straight up, like, hey, like I don't. Well, first she was like, hey, what are we right now? Right? It's that question.
Oh, she asked.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, fuck. So yeah, it's just like, oh, let me just be honest with you. Like, I don't think I see this going further. Right. And then just went from there. I just told her straight up, like, yeah, I don't want to be the one to lead you on, and I don't want to hurt your feelings later. So it's like, rather just end it now. Yeah, so. Yeah. And I think that's the way to go about it, because if you keep going, then it's like
you could potentially even grow feelings back, but like, is that all fake because they just like you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Gotta cut it off when the time's right, and I think that time is like probably like 3-4 days in, because if you take it further, because 3-4 days is like what, 3-4 weeks, I'm assuming, unless you're going on a date like every couple of days a week. Right. For me, it was like on the weekly or like on the weekends, because I don't have time. So that was like 3-4 weeks. Yeah. And the more time goes on, it's like, damn, it gets a little tricky there. So might as well cut it off.
I mean, there was a guy like last year-ish where we were seeing each other every like 3 weeks, every 4 weeks.
That's wild. So you guys were talking for like months.
It was like 3.5 months. Huh? But like my thing was like, if you're not seeing me on like a more regular like cadence where it's like once a week at least, I'm gonna assume on my end like you're not
Yeah, you grow
interested.
distant. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was his reasoning
It
for
was-
not seeing?
Honestly, he would just not respond to me. Like he was just busy. Like he would be like, "Oh, I'm up for
I'm not sure you cut it off though. Come on now.
I know. I honestly like I think back and I'm like, why didn't I cut it off? And it was almost like sunk costs. Like I already invested this much time. I need to get something out of it. Like I literally was like, let me get a gym tip. Or like
Gym tip out of him?
Yeah, because like he worked out a lot.
Was it the boxing guy?
No.
Okay, I'm throwing it back, way back.
Wait,
Okay.
whoa, that's like
Okay, okay,
that's
okay.
way back.
Okay.
What did I learn from that relationship though? Honestly, from that, I think I learned to almost like love myself more or to value myself more. Cause like he was one of the like pillars of, oh, if somebody is this interested in me, if somebody likes me this much, like there must be a reason. And so honestly, so grateful to him.
Hey,
you know,
you live and you learn. So
oh yeah. I was baby back then.
we were all babies. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I feel like we've really,
we've all grown.
yeah, we've come a long way. We've met all the exes. We've had all the opinions about the exes. And so yeah, it's been a long time coming. With not boxer guy, but gym guy. Like, what do you think is like an acceptable time for somebody to be like not texting you back?
Well, if it's like a week or a couple of days,
It
and
was a
that's
week,
like
it was a week.
Yikes. That's might have been on the bottom of the list, I have to say, but it's like, who knows? So it's like, I'm just saying in general, if like the dude's like texting you back super late,
Right.
that could be a factor. But I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it is.
It's okay.
But
It's okay.
I'm saying like it's like, yeah, you might have a roster. Like you girls have rosters too. Don't act like this is like one sided where guys are having rosters and girls are not. No, yeah, there's rosters.
Right.
I didn't.
Okay.
I'm not a roster.
He's
But-
not a roster boy.
No, I'm not a roster boy. But it's like,
Wait.
yeah.
I think at the beginning of my dating like history, I was never a roster girl. It was like, okay, I find one person I like.
No, yeah,
I'm
100%.
invested. But then I think as the years have gone on, I've realized that like I like having a roster because wait, listen.
You're a roster girl now. Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, here's my reasoning. Let me justify myself. I think when I am focused on one person solely, I go crazy.
Because you're investing so much thought and time. Okay.
It's like, I just like low key spiral. Like, it's like, oh, okay. Like, I'm so focused on what I'm saying in the text. I'm so focused on getting a text back. I'm so focused on like making sure I appear a certain way. Whereas like when I'm a little bit busier, like mentally, emotionally, it's like, oh, okay, if this doesn't work out, I don't know other people or like
I see.
it like just spreads out the like
The thoughts during the daily or
yeah. And so I've turned into a roster person, but you're not a roster guy.
No, I don't like that. It's
Okay.
just too much. That's why I got off Hinge too, because it's like I'm already busy as it is during the week, and then it's like you think of. That's why I reply late as hell on Hinge. And then you girls, like if the dude doesn't reply on Hinge within a day or two, you're
Unmatched.
oh yeah, you're not even unmatched. You're not even gonna get a reply because like they have so many of these other dudes on the Hinge.
Right.
It's like you're just one of them. One of the statistics on the fucking Hinge matches. It's like, so if I don't message back within a day or two, then I'm out the game.
And so is it purely for like your capacity that you don't have a roster, or do you also think like you're
That's just not really me. Because if you're really interested in this one girl, then why have the other girls as backup or as bench? It's It's like, I don't know. Like, shoot your shot, try your best with this one girl. If it doesn't work out, then go find another one. Why have this backup that you have to message on the side, keep them, because if you stop, like you said, if there's a duration of time where you don't message them back, they grow distant. So let's say you're really interested in this one girl and you want to invest all this time in this one, but you have these backup girls, right? So you're texting multiple girls at once, but you're trying to pursue this one main girl.
They are ranked. There's always one person that
sure,
you like the most.
So it's like there's a starter on the bench, like so it's like if you're pursuing the starter, then pursue her, and then it's like if you're pursuing the starter, you're messaging the side ones on the side, like
right.
It's like too much to think about.
Yeah.
And too much energy expended.
Yeah.
So why not just focus on one, and then if that doesn't work out, just move on.
Yeah. I mean, I almost think like mentality wise, right? People say because of the dating apps, like nobody's ever really committed because they know that they have other options.
That's why I hate the dating app. Because it's my first time on Hinge. Because when I was single, it was only Tinder.
Oh, yeah.
And Hinge didn't pop up until later.
Right.
And then this was my first time trying Hinge. And it's a fucking game, dude. It's literally a game. And I don't like that shit. Like, you look at these like things, and if you don't meet one requirement, then you're out. It's like, so it's like you have these requirements, like the height, whatever. And then is it true that girls look at the height and they -1 inch just in case? So let's say a dude has like 5'8" or 5'9" or whatever. It's like, you're gonna view, okay, he's 5'7".
Right, like you're a shorty. Which honestly, I've noticed a pattern. Like I think I just like short guys. Huh? Which is different. But it's like almost because like
short kings.
Hey, I would rather a good face than height. And so like, it's just trade-offs.
Reminds me of one of our friends.
Oh yeah.
Props to you.
Yeah, I think a lot of our guy friends have game. Yeah.
Just getting to know someone, or it's like so tough. Like if you want to meet up and just get to know someone, just fucking do it. And it's like even getting to that stage is difficult on Hinge. Like because for me, I'm not a good texter. Yeah. Like I feel like I need to be in person and have a conversation to get to know someone, right? Yeah. It's like, but even getting into that stage is difficult on Hinge. Like you say like, hey, you want to get dinner or lunch or coffee at this time? You don't get a message back. Because they're probably going to think, oh, you're just a creeper. So for me, I'm like, no, like getting to know someone in person is a lot more easier and a lot better for me. Like, yeah. Because I agree. Like, I think there's like a fine balance between like talking enough to a guy on the apps, but then also like if you get too into that pattern of like talking about everything, question. Oh, I don't, because you meet in person, the fuck you gonna tell them about? Literally. Yeah, it's like you've already said everything over the messages. Like, okay, now what do I say? Like, yeah. And then right, if you throw in multiple people into that, it's like, oh, pre-date, I'm literally studying. I'm literally going back in our texts and going, oh shit, let me read all of this. That's why you don't get a roster. Well, I'm fully... I heard that you're done, so you're done with the dating scene? I'm done with it right now. I'm over it. I burnt myself out. If I meet someone organically... Dude, that's the best way though. Yeah. But I feel like that's kind of tough right now in this day and age. Right? I've like known you. I've known our entire group of friends for so many years. And so it also makes it that like... I've already met all the friends of friends, Yeah. And so like, I don't know, like birthday parties, like stuff like that, where it's like, oh, I'm interacting with kind of new people, I think is always like helpful. Because I don't know, when else am I going to like meet a new person? Right. I mean, that's the thing. Like you see in movies, like you go to a cafe and then there's some guy or girl on the next to you and you're just like, oh, he's cute. And then you walk up to the register and it's like, oh, there's bumps. I don't know. It's like, I don't know, like meeting someone like that, like naturally doing this, like things you like, whether you're on a hike and then maybe meet someone, it's like, right. Yeah, you would love that, but that doesn't happen. It like, really doesn't. So it's like, yeah, you have no other option than to get on Hinge. Yeah. So it's like, I think it's also like the dating apps being creative have enabled people to not approach in person. Because it's like, why would I go out and get rejected?
than just not even see the match online. You know? Yeah, it's like breeded weakness in me.
I mean, but that's like that with a lot of people. I don't like the dating apps. I don't like that shit.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well then, yeah. If you meet any cool, interesting people, you let me know. Because I'm open to organic meats.
Ooh, but the only people I meet is old people on an everyday basis coming into the clinic.
JK. Yeah, if they've had a hip replacement, please rule them out.
Hip replacement, knee replacement, that's all I see. So if you want that, then hey.
No. Wait, the other day I was like literally just walking on the treadmill. At the 20-minute mark, literally my hip gave out under me. So it can't be.
But yeah, because that's the same side you did the ACL, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Just so many health problems. Yeah.
Yeah, how do you guys go about it on Hinge? Like, you see a match, or like, you know, like what are women's thoughts on Hinge when they, you know, scroll through and then they see a match or stuff like that?
Yeah. And so I guess like initial stages, I will always like send a comment if I am interested.
So you're
in
the
someone.
one to send first?
I will send first.
Huh?
I will send first just because.
I had some do that, but nah. The majority of the girls, they wait for the first.
Really? Yeah. You see, I get bold when I'm hiding behind my phone.
You can be bold.
Yeah, because also like Julie has said this before, like you're never gonna get the guy that you want if you don't make the first move or like make your interest known. Because like otherwise, yeah, they may be interested in you, but like, is that who you want? You know? And so yeah, I'm really bold. I'll just like make a comment. I like really try not to send likes because you're gonna get lost. Like you just like if someone has 20 plus 100 plus, then it's like, yeah, why? You know? And so like let me be funny, like let me like use my personality a bit.
Did you ever send a rose?
Oh heck no. Oh my gosh, heck no. That's embarrassing. Wait, did you ever get roses?
I got a couple, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But it's just never. Yeah.
Do you feel a type of way when you get a rose?
Sure, but I see the profile. I'm like,
Yeah, no. With the roses, I think it's embarrassing.
Oh, when you send it?
When I send it, because it's like I have one a week. And I'm
is that what it is? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's one a week. It resets on Sundays. And so like I really think hard if I like, you know, want to send a rose, but like, yeah, it's embarrassing, so I don't. Yeah, I'll send the first like comment, but if somebody likes me and I accept them, like I try to respond, but if it's the opposite way, if I send them a like first and then they expect me to start the conversation on top of that, so
I see.
It's a double, like I'm basically double texting. I won't do that.
I understand that. That's reasonable.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you do that as well?
Well, I got no choice because women just want the like and the comment first. So,
yeah.
It's good to be bold. Good job.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, but I mean.
But I'm not gonna be desperate.
Right.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Because not for me. Not for me. It's just like I'm like that one girl that you cut things off with. It's like, right. Dating is a little bit of a game. I'm not gonna show all my cards and be like, I'm gonna double message you and like give them a potential false ego boost of like, oh shit,
because they're gonna think they have the control over now. Because it's like, yeah, it's
like you're not hot shit. Like,
you don't want that.
Yeah. So like it's always a little like tricky trying to.
Oh, very tricky. But I feel like some of these women on Hinge feel that way automatically because it's like they get all these likes, you know. And then you're just one of the likes.
Right.
They already have that step over you as a guy. Like if you mess one thing up, like if you don't meet one requirement,
out.
So it's like I feel like it's the pressure. That's the pressure of dating for a guy on the guy's end, or just on the apps.
Right.
It's like,
okay.
Well, how do you kind of stand out, or like, you know, how do you message someone to stand out?
Right. And so, how did you stand out?
I understand. I suck ass at texting. It's like that's so. It's like
that's why you don't like the apps.
I hate it. Yeah, I'm ass. Like reply late. I'm just not good at texting. It's like I'd rather meet in person.
Right. But then like if you initiate too early,
It's like no, they're gonna be like a creeper.
Exactly. And so
how do you get there? That's why I don't like it.
Yeah.
But once I meet in person, it's different because it's like you can actually show your,
right.
personality, and then you can have a conversation. Because I'm not afraid to talk to someone or a girl like
once
that
you're
girl
there
you're
in
attracted.
real
Yeah,
life.
you're just there. Like, what are you gonna do? Just sit silently? Like, what the hell?
Right.
So have a conversation, get to know someone, and then
and then you go. Yeah. Because honestly, like past, like okay, if I were to approach someone in the wild, I think if we met on a date, I'm chilling. It's just the initial getting there.
Because you're already on a date. So what can you do?
Right.
So getting to that date, getting to that first meeting is the tough part.
Yeah. Also, this is so random. I was thinking about one of our friends, but you know when like people will put their Instagram handle on like a dating app? Do you like that or do you not like that?
I mean, I don't really care.
Do you ever DM them on Instagram?
Hell no.
Because I never do.
I might look it up and then see what else they look like. Because I mean, Hinge, they only have like what, five pictures or something like that. So yeah, look at their profile. I never DM them.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, because I'm also like, why are we doing this? Like,
wait, what's the whole point of DMing them on Instagram if you're just on Hinge? Like you could message them on Hinge.
Oh yeah, because wait, this is so bad. There was a guy who sent me a like first. We started talking, and I hate when guys like ask for Instagrams because it gives me too much insight. Because we exchanged Instagrams. I'm not gonna be like, no.
Mutuals? You're talking about mutuals or no?
Mutuals. It was his recently following all girls.
Haunted.
All girls, dude. All Asian girls. I was like, oh, he got a type.
He wasn't Asian? Okay.
And so
that makes sense.
I hate when they do that. I'm like, why are you shooting yourself in the foot? Like, why are you?
He's probably not afraid to tell people that he had a roster.
You think?
Yeah, 100%.
I thought it was.
Or you probably think he's slick, but he's not.
Yeah. I thought it was that. I think he's just like a little bit like social media inept because like
he's probably think he's slick, but,
right? Because I'm like, I can obviously see your follower account go up.
That's hilarious.
It was ticking up by the day. It was insane.
Wow.
Yeah, and then for me too, I'm like, if other girls see my profile under his recently following or follow, like that's so embarrassing.
You guys have mutuals though?
Well, we have mutuals, yeah.
And you saw the mutual?
And it was like, oh, another Asian girl.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so.
Yikes.
Yeah, yikes, big yikes. So yeah, I guess just like dating etiquette, you know?
Right.
Like know your stuff. Like no. Like,
did you end up meeting up with that guy?
Yeah. We went on one date. It was good.
It was good?
It was actually a great date. Lots of chemistry.
Okay.
But I stalked him afterwards, and I was like, I can't do that.
What you mean?
Like, yeah, it might have been a good first date, but if his roster is that long, like, right? My roster is like 2, 3. His roster was like 20, I think. It was insane.
Yeah, no need to chase that.
Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah. My standards are not that low.
Good.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I feel like,
don't do that.
Yeah, I feel like you would yell at me.
I probably would. For sure.
Yeah.
Like stupid.
Yeah. I feel like the amount that you've yelled at the girls of like, are you
just doing stupid stuff? Yeah,
literally doing.
Like, please back off now.
Yeah, I feel like there have been way too many like I told you so moments. You know, so yeah, for the friends' sake, so that you guys don't have to hear my issues that often, I will not be doing that.
Good.
I think that's it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
My first ever podcast.
Let's go.
Come on, Gogis. Let's go.
Spilling the tea. But yeah. Oh, wait. I don't even know your new Instagram handle.
It's basically the same thing. SHIM added with 95.
Okay. Got it. But yeah, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Hannah.
This is great.
Yeah, this is good.
Okay. I'll see you next week.
Do you guys have an outro or what?
It's just bye.
Bye. Bye.